How long have you been out here today?
Since about 3:45.
And how many bags do you think you've handed out?
I have no idea. I know we've emptied about 5 boxes, but I don't know how much is in each box.
And what do people say when you offer them a bag?
Everybody says thank you. A couple people have said, "What is that?" And several people have asked if they needed to pay for it, and I tell them no, it's from the city of Ocean Shores.
So, Chief, so far, we're about 5:30 on the 4th of July. So far, how has it gone this year?
Busy. We definitely have a lot of cars, which we expected out here. For the most part, with as many people as we have out here, they're doing pretty good. It's our normal calls for the 4th of July, our missing children, our people shooting fireworks in the wrong way. We had a dune fire earlier today. It's our normal 4th of July. It's just a lot busier since it's fallen on a weekend. We've got assistance from Hoquiam. We've got assistance from county. Today we've got Parks brought in 6 extra bodies to help out. It's busy, and I know fire department brings in a lot of extra hands to help out. And here's another trash bag where they're handing out the free trash bags, which we appreciate. All the help we can get for people picking up after themselves. There will be plenty of trash on the beach come tomorrow morning, but they actually pick up quite a bit themselves. Surprisingly, with how much you still see on the beach, there's a lot that is picked up. So.
And Chief, what do you tell your officers? I guess, what are the guidelines for dealing with the public on this weekend?
We try and let them enjoy the weekend as much as possible. We try not to interfere with them, enjoying their weekend, as long as they're being safe. If for some reason we don't think they are, we will stop and talk to them and give them warnings. And for the most part, people are very open to the warnings that we're giving. They don't understand the laws, from how they drive on the beach to where they can be on the beach to how far away from the dunes they can be. With setting off fireworks and with having campfires and such. And we get very few people that want to argue with us about it. It's just a matter of educating them and letting them enjoy their weekend.
Compared with, let's say, last year, busier this year, more people, less people, can you tell?
I would say it's busier just because it's falling on a weekend, which is normal for us. It was busy last night, and we're busy again today for sure. The tide is starting to go out right now, which is opening up more beach area for people to park on. I can tell you, when I drove by earlier, it's definitely filled in even since then with the number of cars that are out here right now. It's like a parking lot out here.
Obviously, for our firefighters, this is the biggest event of the year. There's a whole number of things that have to go together, and then of course there's parts of the beach which we have to close and keep closed, and that's difficult. That ends up straining our police force a lot. It's really amazing to me though how many people get brought together here, and it doesn't end up with many injuries. It doesn't. Last year was just enormously successful, and I think we're going to have the same thing again. It's a fortunate thing, but you can see how much effort has to go into it from both the law enforcement side and from our firefighters to make sure everyone has an enjoyable Fourth.
So, Chief, what's the worst thing you've seen so far this year?
The worst thing? I don't know. It depends on what you consider worst.
Anything worse than people just setting up their campfires too close to the dunes?
Well, we had earlier today the fire that was in the dunes was caused because somebody shot a Roman candle, and one of the balls that came out of it came down into somebody else's pile of fireworks and set them all off. And so some of those shot into the dunes, and that was the cause of that fire. It was not, we decided it was not an intentional thing, but it was kind of in a reckless manner, I would say, just by the fact of where it was shot and the fact that it could have had that possibility of falling down. But it has a lot to do with, you can see how close these cars are all parked together, and and they're setting up their fireworks. Some of them mark out areas of a kind of a safe zone, so to speak, of where they'll set off their fireworks. But a lot of them don't. They just set right in front of their cars, and with as close as these cars are together, you're bound to have accidents like that happen, unfortunately. But that's probably about the worst thing that we've had so far. And the fire got put out fairly quick, so we got lucky there.
And I'm a captain here at the Ocean Shores Fire Department. We've been planning the 4th of July every year since 2007. We bring on extra firefighters and plan out for our operations for the days surrounding the 4th of July. We bring on all of our volunteers, and I think we brought on an extra 17 firefighters from neighboring fire departments and invited them to come join us for this weekend to post on each beach approach to mitigate any fire or EMS response. There's a ton of people who come in to Ocean Shores for the 4th of July for celebration, which impacts our call volume. And it's our busiest weekend of the year.
So how's it going so far? We're about 6 o'clock on the 4th.
We have been busy. We've had numerous medical calls, chest pain. I just got back from a surf rescue where 2 young children were caught in the riptide, and luckily they were out of the water by the time police got there, and by the time we got there, we had our paramedics assess the patients, and everyone seems to be doing okay. They were very scared. On top of that, today we've had one brush fire out in the dunes, most likely caused by fireworks. The determination is undetermined at this time. And we had an RV catch on fire in District 7, and we were able to send an engine company as well as our fire chief responded. So it's been a pretty busy morning and early afternoon. We're anticipating more calls as the evening goes, because it's a busy weekend. On top of that, firefighters are typically a little superstitious, so we have a full moon and a lunar eclipse. So with everything going on in the world, and we're anticipating a lot of calls. You know, it takes all of Public Works to get it done. They have to clear the beach approaches, give us access. They've been out here for weeks making sure the signs are put in place for all the rules. The police have gone out and helped educate the public, and we've given flyers for all the hotels in order to hand out to their patrons.
Fire District 7-8 response for a firework injury, Illahee approach. Fire District 7-8 response for a firework injury at the Illahee approach, 1832.
They're all over the place.
871 responding to the Illahee approach, 19-year-old male, conscious and breathing, facial injury from a firework. Has several teeth missing, is holding a shirt over his lip, unknown further injury. 711 1836. Ocean Shores Fire, 8 response for a firework injury to the face south of the Illahee approach. Ocean Shores Fire, 8 response for a facial injury from a firework south of the Illahee approach, 1835.
The Illahee approach is what I'm calling the Damon Road approach.
Harbor South Division.
South Division, go ahead.
Do you have a make or a model of a car nearby or a better location for south of the Illahee approach?
They advised they would be near a bus-type van with a green male on top of the bus, south of the approach.
Harbor South Division's in the area, attempting to rotate. Have the medic unit respond as well.
South Division in the area, attempting to locate, request a medic unit respond as well.
Harbor Medic 71's en route.
Medic 71 en route south of the Illahee approach. Will be a facial injury from a firework. Lip injury, teeth missing, 19-year-old male, conscious and breathing, under the influence. South Division's in the area, attempting to locate.
Is that a van with a green guy on top?
I think so.
Thanks for the ownership.
Yeah,
Okay.
Medic 71.
it's a bus.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. We're not gonna be able to get there. Harbor South Division's on scene.
29.2. Medic 71 transporting one community, starting mile 729.2, 1846.
Okay, Sunday morning, July 5th, 2020. Larry Comperone handing out bags again to the few people that want them on Sunday morning. We've handed out, between yesterday and today, just around 5,200 bags, I think. There were 28 of us, or 29, at the various beach approaches, all 5, starting at Damon Road, working their way to the Shiloh or Chance entrance, and then Pacific, and then Taurus, and finally Ocean Lake Way. Dedicated crews, did a good job, all volunteers. Took a little while to organize, but it worked, and here we are. Probably handed out another 125 today as part of the, maybe 150, as part of the Sunday morning, people going out to help clean up. And there's plenty to do. There'll be tons and tons. I'm not certain when we'll get the count. Probably won't be till tomorrow. But I'd be shocked if we're not more than the 20 tons we got last year. That's about it. Hopefully somebody will come by and get these last bags. I'm planning to close it down here fairly soon.